Hey guys, welcome back. Another Harry Potter video here for you guys. My last video I talked to you guys about my top 5 favorite Harry Potter characters, and this is that video. Well, at number 5 we have Professor McGonagall. Um, the way Maggie Smith portraying Professor McGonagall was fantastic. Professor McGonagall's character is, in my opinion, she can be funny but stern. You know, she's the head of Gryffindor House. She protects her cubs, but one of the things that I just loved about Professor McGonagall was literally she was able to do what Dumbledore said, and that was find light and darkness. At the end of the series, you know, she's like, she calls forth the gargoyles, and she looks at Molly Weasley, and she's like, I've always wanted to use that spell. And she was just giddy as a schoolgirl to use the spell. Her duel with Snape was amazing. And yeah, she's number 5. Number 4 for me is Snape, Severus Snape. His story is one of tragedy, one of bitterness, but also one of triumph. You know, if you go back through and you watch the series, his very first ever meeting with Harry is he apologizes for Lily's death. And up until, you know, the entire end of the movie, until the end of the movie franchise, you know, he keeps Harry safe. In 2, you know, he prevents Harry from falling off his broom. In 3, he thinks he's protecting Harry from Sirius. And at the end, you know, at the end, when Harry's finally in the castle and him and McGonagall are dueling, if you realize it, Snape is deflecting McGonagall's spells and pushing them back to the Crow siblings. I can't pronounce that name very well, but he's deflecting them, and he takes their wands and then flies out the window. And, you know, he gives Harry his memories at the end and basically says, you know, look at them, and basically says, I'm sorry. My third favorite character will be none other than Bellatrix Lestrange. You know, I just Bellatrix to me is one of the, and probably my favorite bad guy in that entire series. Like, if you don't know the backstory of Bellatrix Lestrange, man, she is dangerous when she was younger. Like, she was a master duelist. Like, she could out-duel anybody. I wish that they would have delved deeper into her character, because it's, in my opinion, it's more complex than what people think it is. But yeah, like, Bellatrix, you don't want to mess with her. You don't want to try to duel her. That's why I'm surprised Molly Weasley was able to kill her in the movies. My number 2 favorite character is surprisingly my sister's number 1 favorite character, and that is Luna Lovegood. Luna's just freaking adorable. She's awesome. She is literally the light in the darkness through everything. And she ends up marrying Newt Scamander's like great grandson. Like, that to me is just freaking awesome. And my number 1 favorite Harry Potter character is none other than Neville Longbottom. I feel like Neville's the underdog all the way through the Harry Potter franchise. He's not given the proper respect that he deserves, and finally at the end of the movie, you know, he finally stands up and he delivers that speech to Voldemort, and he ends up killing Nagini, and it's just like, you know, maybe Neville should have been the chosen one instead of Harry. And like, God, man, I wish they would have given Neville a bigger role instead of being part of like the backup to Harry. I feel like Neville should have been Harry's best friend instead of Ron, you know, because Neville was there for Harry through and through, whether we've seen it or not. Now, I will make an argument for one more person, possibly 2 more people being my favorite Harry Potter character, and that's Newt Scamander and Jacob Kowalski from Fantastic Beasts. First of all, Newt Scamander is he's just awesome. Newt's awesome, and Jacob to me is just funny. Like, for him being a no-mage and being sucked into the world of wizardry and magic and magical creatures and having a Dark Lord after you, like, dude takes stuff in stride, man. Like, he's just going and going and going. And I loved his saying to Newt when Newt finds out that he has his memories, and he's like, Newt, you said that the rain washed away all bad memories. He's like, well, I ain't got no bad memories of this world, and that to me is really cool. And man, like, all those characters that I just mentioned, those 7, the original 5 and the 2 extra ones, those to me are what made the Harry Potter franchise for me. Growing up, growing up throughout time, I really liked, Dumbledore and so forth and so on. But as I've gotten older and I've rewatched them, I'm just like, man, like, all these characters are so good, and they're my favorites because of reasons. It's amazing, man. I'm just sitting here and, like, people. I feel like another reason why I'm so closely drawn to Luna and Neville is they're both picked on. They're picked on throughout their entire time in school. People calling Longbottom a squib, and people calling Luna loony, and thinking she's strange and bizarre. Those two resonate well with me. I was picked on in school, but, like, out of every character in the Harry Potter franchise, it would have to be those 5. I can easily throw in a couple more. Remus, I love Remus. I wish that they kind of gave Remus more time. Sirius, obviously, love Sirius Black. I feel like he was better portrayed in the books than he was in the movies, and that's no knock on Gary Oldman. That's just a knock on Warner Brothers. I feel like that they didn't portray Sirius well enough. He's supposed to be the sly talking ladies man, and we never really get to see that, and it's kind of disappointing. I don't think we really got to see much out of the 5 characters that I mentioned. I feel like no one really can talk about Luna or Neville without sitting there thinking, man, the potential power that the 2 of them had. Like, those 2 are some of the more vital characters of the Harry Potter franchise. Like, those 2 really help Harry basically in Voldemort. Neville's power comes within, and Luna, people make fun of her, and she just takes it in strides. Like, she's radiating power. She's like, yeah, you guys find me weird, but I'm me. At least I can be me. At least I'm not afraid to be me. But anyways, guys, enough rambling, enough incoherent rambling. This has been another Phoenix Rising video. See you in the next one.